Hey there, so one of these days, one of my agents and I, we were discussing about new launches and why so many agents were, promoting new launch after new launch after new launch and the typical problems that they were being faced with. And one of the things that we were actually, we agreed 100% on was that, agents were basically selling what they had to sell rather than what the market truly wanted, and that is the danger of selling new launches. Hi, my name is Yasser Khan, and I'm the author of Property Agent Secrets book, which is the most powerful book in the entire real estate industry, guaranteed. You can get it for free, just cover shipping over at propertyagentsecrets.com. So, a lot of agents, right, have been getting on the new launch bandwagon, whereby developers have been coming up with a lot of new launches, and agents have been busy promoting new launch after new launch after new launch. Well, there's nothing wrong in and of itself, and it's a good thing to get new launches from a financial perspective, because many of the new launches offer huge commissions to real estate agents to help them sell. Many of the developers come up with a lot of attractive commission fees. So it only makes sense that logically agents would want to sell new launches from a financial perspective. But here's the hidden danger that many of these agents don't see yet, and it will be a problem later down the road. And the issue is there that agents are basically selling what they have to sell, and without any regard for what is it that the market really wants. So you know one of the lessons that I learned early on in my career from my mentors was that you got to sell what the buyers want instead of try to sell what you have to sell them. And there's the difference between a marketer and somebody who is a salesman. So marketers make it their job to understand what is it that the market wants, what is it that the buyers want, and then they offer that that kind of property, that kind of solution to the buyers. Whereas a salesman, a hungry salesman, on the other hand, is just busy selling, selling, selling. He just wants to sell whatever that he has without regard, without caring for what is it the customers that want. And it's pretty annoying because when you get unwanted sales pitches, those sales pitches are precisely what they want to sell you, without putting into account your own unique situation, your own finances, without putting into account your needs, what is it that you want, without, basically they're just blindly selling. So salesmen sell blindly. And for your information, people hate to be sold, but they love to buy. And this is something I learned in Marketing 101. People hate to be hard sold. Nobody likes to be hard sold. And in my early career, before I became a property agent, I was working in an MLM, and I failed big time. And over a period of 24 months, my total income was less than 1,000 Singapore dollars. And why was that? Why was I doing so badly? Because I was busy hard selling, busy selling, selling, selling something that people did not want. Yet I had no other choice, because it was a source of income for me. I was earning a commission from that, and I was being sold whatever attractive compensation out there which was available for MLM. But the truth is that the market did not want it. Nobody wanted it. It was a very weird magnetic mattress, and which was way overpriced, and the benefits were not very clear from scientific point of view. So I was trying to sell, and I learned this the hard way after 2.5 long years, after wasting a lot of my time, after countless sleepless nights, after so much stress. Then I finally gave it up because it wasn't worth it, because I was just selling what the market did not want at all. And that was the lesson that I learned. And when I joined real estate, I faced a different kind of problem. The problem was that I couldn't figure out what is it that the market wanted. I knew that I couldn't be just blindly selling, and it came from determination, from persevering. I realized what the buyers wanted, and the first buyer, the first hungry buyer that I served was actually a big ticket item for me, and that made me realize the sale was very fast, it was very quick, and it was an amazing buyer. And what I realized was buyers who are serious, right, they know what they want, and you have to make it an effort. You have to make it a habit to find out what the market wants. And instead of what my company wanted to sell, and one of my agents, let me tell you a story about one of my agents, right? So one of my agents, basically they were from one of the smaller agencies in Singapore, and the small agency was basically promoting certain projects in Malaysia that after even 3 months it was very, very clear that the project wasn't going to be sold. Yet these agents were selling that new launch, selling to everyone and anybody. They were burning a lot of money, they were running a lot of ads, they were talking to everybody, talking to strangers, yet it wasn't moving. People were not buying. And later, after the whole project was closed, then they sat down, and the agent shared with me that he realized one very important lesson. And the lesson was, you can't just sell what the agencies want you to sell. You can't just sell whatever the developers want you to sell. So whatever they're trying to sell, you must use statistics, you must use actual data from customers. You must be on the ground speaking to people to have a clear unconscious awareness of the needs of your customers. And the best way to find out what your customers want is basically to ask them.